Pass me not, O gentle Savior. Hear my humble cry. While on others thou art calling, do not pass me by. Welcome back to another piano lesson with Warren. My name is Warren McPherson. Hey, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. This is the channel where we discuss everything gospel music and playing by ear. CCM, which is contemporary Christian music, old school gospel, church gospel, hymns, reharmonization. We dive into a bunch of stuff all about learning gospel music by ear and getting better at doing that. So that's what this channel is about. If that's a passion of yours, if that's something you really want to get good at, then you want to stay tuned. You want to hit that subscribe button and you want to stay up to date with the new content that we put out. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So now we're going to look at some gospel passing chords movement that you can use when playing hymns, old school gospel, particularly going to the 5 chord and also going to the 2 chords. And these are things that I use fairly commonly. They're somewhat simple, but they just bring so much nice movements, and they're basically chromatic chords, how to use these chromatic chords. Now, the song that I'm demonstrating this on today is Pass Me Not, O Gentle Savior. And if you want the PDF outlining all of this, you can click the link down below in the description to download the PDF. I'll also throw in the MIDI file of everything I played in this video. So if you have a program like Meticulous or just any MIDI player, you can input that and use it. But the PDF, for those who just want to be able to read and see screenshots of what I was playing, definitely download that PDF. The link is in the description below. Okay, so here it goes. Now I'm just going to play the stuff, and then I'll go back and talk about the theory behind what I'm doing. Pass me not, O gentle Savior. Hear my humble cry. While on others thou art calling, do not pass me by. Okay. So you see those little passing chords that I throw in there when I was going to the 5 chord? Let me do it again. So we start out, pass me not, to the 4, O gentle Savior. Now we're going to the 5 chord. Here, right? So what are those things I did? Savior, I did. Beautiful, right? So what I'm doing, going from here, first of all, let me back it up. This entire premise is built on the concept of a 2-5 passing, or what we call a secondary dominant passing. Let me strip back that down for you beginners who are not familiar with the concept of secondary dominant passing. Now, the theory states when going from a 1 to a 5, I can proceed up with a secondary dominant. The secondary dominant is just going to the 2 chord, but making it major, or a dominant 7 chord. So in this case, I'm playing an A7. And I just have the notes split between the hands. So here I have the root, the 5th, and the 7. Here I have the 3rd and the 7. So I split the notes between the hands. So because this A7 chord is not a part of the key of G, that's why it's called a secondary dominant, because it's functioning like a dominant 7th chord. And in the key of G, the only place you can find a diatonic dominant 7th chord, and diatonic means belonging to the key, the only place you can find a diatonic dominant 7th chord is on the 5. To get a dominant 7th anywhere else in the key, we have to introduce non-diatonic notes. Again, meaning not belonging to the key. So when we introduce this A7, this is a secondary dominant because it's taking me to the 5. So that's the premise of this passing chord, the way it's built. Savior, here, right? So now, as always, I further extend this. Instead of going straight to the A7, I decide I'm going to approach it via chromatic dominance. Yeah, I know I'm throwing around a lot of terms here, but try to keep up with me, okay? So before I get to this A7, I am approaching it with this A flat. So chromatic, because the notes are moving in half steps, chromatic. So I'm doing. But then I kind of further extend that A flat into a, now we got a flat 13th, or you can call it a G flat 13th, right? I mean a G sharp 13th. A flat, G sharp, same chord. You can also throw that B flat in there as well. So then I can go, and I'm just shifting the same voicing of the chord upwards. So now I take this A7 and make it into an A13th. So, ask me not, O gentle Savior. Here we go. So, we understand this part now. We're doing chromatic movements, right? Now, what is this other chord that I'm throwing in there? I'm basically playing this. Oh, that, there we go. That's the chord. That's the chord. I was missing my 7. So this is a D sharp augmented 7. You can also think of it as D sharp 7 sharp 5. Or E flat 7 sharp 5, you know, whichever is easier for you to conceive. So we go. Now this E flat, what is this E flat in relationship to the key of G? Well, it's not, for one. It's the tritone substitution of A. Oh, I'm slipping down some deep rabbit hole right now. I know. If you guys want more detailed breakdown of this whole tritone thing, I have a lot of tutorials on that subject. I'm going to put links to those tutorials in the description as well if you want to dive deeper down the rabbit hole of passing chords, because it is a very deep rabbit hole and I can't explain everything in this video. I just wanted to give you one concept in this video that you can go and run with, but I also like to give backstories, an explanation, so when I don't just throw out terminologies and people are like, what? So anyway, tritone substitution of A. Quick summary of the tritone substitution. It's a dominant 7th chord that is separated by a distance of an augmented 4th. So the distance from A to D sharp is an augmented 4th. That's the interval of a tritone. So I can use this E flat 7 or D sharp 7 in the place of A. But in this case, I didn't substitute them. I used both. So that's why we have. Oh. Whoop, this chord sounds funny. There you go. So I basically dropped the B from the chord. Actually, this is what the chord's supposed to be. Silly me. It's not the B. That's the chord. We're going for a D flat 7, a D sharp 7. Even though if you want, you can still make it the augmented. You know, you can still keep the augmented in there. They both sound fine to my ear. So, right? And then I'm dropping it to my D9 chord. So that's it. That's some movement you can use going from 1 to a 5. Passing chords. I'm adding in 3 additional chords. Pass me not, O gentle Savior. Hear my humble cry. While on others thou are calling. Here's the other passing chords. Oh, so that's taking me from 6 to 2. And I'm introducing again some additional chromatic passing chords. So after I do that walk from 6, instead of going straight to the 2, I'm going to my 3 in this case, right? So from the 6, I'm just going back to the 3. In this case, a B9 chord. And then I'm just going to move that chromatic down to 2. Or, so now we have an A sharp 13th. Back to my A. Right? So slowly. Right, that's the voicing. B, D sharp, A, C sharp, A sharp, F, C, D, G, which is A sharp 13th or B flat 13th. Then from here, I'm taking my A7 chord. Let's do it again in context. Pass me not, O gentle Savior. Hear my humble cry. While on others thou are calling, do not pass me by. Savior, Savior, hear. And you can go on and on. As you can see, there are a lot of other movements that I'm doing that I did not talk about. And I won't, because this video would just be too long. But I have a lot more of this content here on YouTube, and even more over at pianolessonwithwarren.com. Yes, pianolessonwithwarren.com is a membership program for gospel musicians, and we believe we have one of the best online structured program for teaching people how to play gospel music by ear. And that's the most important thing. We don't teach by sheets. We teach you how to play by ear, to be able to internalize this stuff and then to be able to replicate it on any song you choose. And there's a pattern to that. There's a formula, there's a method, and that's what we've dedicated, at least I've dedicated the further part of the 10 years of my life building this program and figuring out a pathway to teach gospel musicians how to develop their skills in a systematic way without having to learn notation. In fact, learning notation doesn't allow you to do the things I do. So that's what we do over there. So if you have not gone over there to check it out yet, please do so. At the moment, we're running a $1 trial. That's it. You pay $1 and you get unfeathered access to the entire program for 7 days to see if it's something that's right for you. Because we want to make sure that we're giving you something that you want, right? So we're giving you the opportunity to test that out for $1. A link to that is also in the description if you want to go check that out. And if you have any questions, be sure to reach out. Again, just to recap, the PDF of what was covered in this lesson and the MIDI file is also available for download for free, and the link is in that description below. Once you click the link, it takes you to a page where you give us your email, because we're going to send you these files through email to make sure that the email that you've provided is also valid, so you don't miss out on your files. All right? So until then, keep listening, keep singing, keep practicing, because this is how you'll continue to grow as a musician. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed week, and catch you soon.